The next segment is courtesy of MedAesthetics Miami, located at the University of Miami Hospital. You can find us online at www.medaestheticsmiami.com or by phone at 305-356-7402. We are also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rosanna's chat today with Ms. Baez, who is a 20-year healthcare executive and a very accomplished Dominican who has been the first Dominican ever to achieve the nomination for the statewide office in Florida. Her healthcare experience comes all the way from the U.S. Army, the 1st Cavalry Division. Good afternoon, Ms. Baez.
Thank you for the invitation. It's always an honor to be your guest.
Well, welcome to our show. We are very excited to hear what you have to tell us about your experience in healthcare. I just mentioned a little bit of your impressive background. So if you have anything to share with us, anything that marked you significantly, it would be very wonderful to share with our audience.
Absolutely. Again, thank you for the invitation. It's always important to talk about the topics that are important to women and to health. My first experience with healthcare, it was in the United States Army, where I served back in the early 80s, and I was assigned to the Division Surgeon's Office and trained as a preventive medicine technician. In that role, our goal was to keep our troops safe and to train them in how to prevent illness and disease. And it certainly taught me a lot about things that individuals should do and should consider in order to keep themselves healthy. After that, I trained as a social worker and worked for many years as a hospital social worker. And in that role, I was certainly exposed to the issues and the needs of women and families, especially when they are in a very stressful situation of illness.
I can imagine between the Army and a hospital.
Absolutely, yes. And so definitely was exposed to a lot of the challenges that we face. Then through that career ladder, I became a hospital executive, being vice president in with several national chains. So I've been in healthcare basically in the last 35 years. So definitely my work experience has been focused on healthcare.
So given everything you know, what would you tell us women? What advice can you give us today?
Well, women, we face special challenges because we generally have multiple roles to fulfill. We are the sort of like keeper of our homes, generally. We are the ones that make healthcare decisions. We also are the ones that make decisions where our children go to school, where we shop. So we have all that responsibility. Many times nowadays, we are also the breadwinner in our home, so we have to go out and work, and so we can provide for our families. And in addition to that, then we have our personal time, our personal role. So we have at least three different major roles to fulfill. And let's not forget that oftentimes nowadays, in addition to having our nuclear family, which is our husbands or significant other and our children, we may also have a parent in our home, or also have to take care of a parent nearby.
That's right.
So
the sandwich generation.
Exactly. So we are challenged with many different issues that we have to address. So women particularly have many stressors in their lives. That is why it's important to understand that and to set up in a pathway or set up in a lifestyle that is the healthiest one that we can have, so we can keep ourselves and our children safe. And I always use the analogy of when we fly and the flight attendant gives instructions, she always says, please be sure to put on your oxygen mask first in case of an emergency.
That is
and
so
then
true.
You do, exactly. Then you help your children, because our natural response as women is we rush to take care of our children. So we have to take care of ourselves.
And at the end,
also.
there's no time for ourselves. Yes, no time for ourselves,
Exactly. So what we have to understand is that we have to be healthy first. We have to take care of ourselves in order to be the best parent, the best spouse, the best friend that we can be, so we can be more effective at running our household. And there are very simple things that we could do.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what thing, exactly.
Yeah.
That was my next question. What do you suggest we do about that? And is it feasible, you know?
Well, I think it is. I think we think maybe it's making this huge lifestyle change. But what I tell women is, let's start with small things. Making sure you drink enough water, that you have a balanced diet that includes, healthy amount of fruits and vegetables and grains. And obviously, let's not never forget and getting enough sleep. Sleep is so important because it refreshes you, your body, your mind, and it makes you ready for the next day's challenge. What amount of sleep is necessary? That can be debated. Everyone is different and needs a different number of hours of sleep. So you need to find what is that number for you specifically, and make sure that you set up in a path where you go to bed at a kind of like a regular time every day, that is quiet, that is cool, that it leads to a restful night of sleep.
Yeah. And I also think making your room pretty so you want to sleep there, right? And changing your environment a little bit. Yeah.
Making it, yes, attractive, a place that you want to go to. And that also applies to not just sleep, but you also need to have me time, whatever that may be for you. Some people like to read, others like to watch television. Whatever that is for you, that is, something that helps you kind of quiet down and relax. And if you do that in a specific room in your home, then yes, that room needs to be comfortable. It needs to be what you want it to be. It has to have a comfortable chair or comfortable surroundings, a quiet room, whatever that may be for you.
Yes. And how do we go about that? Any suggestion? How do we accomplish all these changes?
Yes, well, organization is key in all of the things that we're talking about. You can't just think it. You really need to sit down and write a list of what are the things that are important to you, how to organize your day, how to organize your life, and set priorities, because we women tend to want to do everything and do it, all the time. What is important to understand is that you can't do everything. You just can't. And so setting up priorities is really, really important. Yeah. So make a list, things that are usually related to health and safety, go on the top. And that, by the way, this set of priorities should be worked in conjunction with maybe your children and your spouse or whoever is part of your household. Because I think the things that you work together as a group, and you all come to an agreement and a conclusion, tend to be more effective. And this is particularly important when it comes to diet and food, because, if let's say you decide to be a vegetarian today, but your children don't want to, then that turns into a battle.
Oh my God, a big battle, yes. I can relate to that.
Yes,
so that is such good advice. One
as
thing
a
at
family,
a time.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, it's really good advice. One thing at a time and not all at once. I really think that you hit it right in the nail. Anyway, is there any last opinion or anything you want to talk to us before we say bye today?
Sure. The one thing that we didn't talk about, and it's also very important, is exercise. And this is tricky because, for example, I personally don't like to go to the gym. I don't like to work exercising in closed spaces. I just feel a little claustrophobic. I don't like to be with all the a lot of people at the same time. And so sometimes women get discouraged about exercising because they feel that if they don't go to the gym, they don't do it. I personally like long walks, and I find places in my neighborhood where I can do that. And it could be that for you, that may be maybe riding a bicycle with a friend or playing tennis.
Awesome.
Just find whatever that activity is. It's meaningful to you. But physical exercise is important at so many levels. It improves health. It improves concentration. It makes you healthier. It gives you more stamina. You feel more active.
For sure.
And it's just absolutely prevents disease, among other things. So it's definitely one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Yes.
Yes. Well, Ms. Baez, thank you so much for your participation today. If anyone would like to reach you, where would they reach you?
Absolutely. They can reach me at daisybaez.com, DAISYBAEC.com, or my email is daisyjbaez@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You have a great evening, and we look forward to hearing from you later on. Have a great day.
Thank you for the invitation. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. We are Med Aesthetics Miami, located at the University of Miami Hospital. You can reach us online at www.medaestheticsmiami.com or by phone at 305-356-7402. We look forward to hearing from you and sharing our next segment with you.